Parliamentary Committee on Finance and National Planning and that of Housing, Urban Planning and Public Works to answer to issues raised in the recently annulled Housing Levy 2023 by the courts. Stanley Ligaria attended that particular session and files the following story.
After failing to honor an invitation on Tuesday by a section of lawmakers, on Wednesday, Attorney General Justin Muturi availed himself within Parliament precincts, appearing before a joint parliamentary committee on debatable housing levy that has since been thwarted by the courts.
The Finance Act, wherein the Cabinet Secretary for Lands is the one that was giving authority to the KRA, has now been remedied by this provision.
The committee believed the whole process on the housing levy is discriminatory, with a keen interest to understand whether the levy is accepted by a majority of Kenyans, as well as whether consideration has been put in place for those in the employment sector compelled to contribute to the kitty with no intention of getting a house, if at all the scheme is meant to benefit only the rich, questioning whether the government has ever thought of renting the constructed houses rather than selling the houses.
This element, and I've had occasion to argue with some of my friends in the judiciary, that it may look discriminatory, but who is ever going to do it? If it's not those of us that have been lucky.
This issue of land under Article 62 becomes a very critical issue, even as we are discussing on this affordable bill.
But how about a situation where you allocate money to institutions, and those institutions may not allocate those houses to individual persons? Because hostels, once hostels are done, you cannot allocate to students.
Members of the August House sought to understand whether the AG was involved during the drafting of the Finance Bill 2023, where the housing levy was discussed, as well as his take on the exclusion of county government on the contentious bill, and how the government plans to ensure Mama Mboga is deducted the 1.5% meant for the affordable housing.
In discharge of the functions between the two levels of government may be addressed through an express provision in the bill providing for consultation and cooperation where such arises.
In his defense, Muturi claimed that the keeping of deductions role was left to the instructing authority, revealing that as an Attorney General of the Republic of Kenya, he does not engage in drafting of bills. However, his office has a legal team involved in drafting processes with no monopoly of ideas, owing to the fact that bill formulation involves a series of processes, sentiments echoed by Mwachi from the AG's legal office.
Let me start by saying, confirming that we were involved from the word go. And our involvement is about drafting best on the policy direction given our clients.
The state, where it is currently, even if we were to allocate money to NHC, it will not access that money unless we change that housing fund, which is under Cap 117.
Hallmark affects legal certainty, which is a hallmark of the rule of law, good governance, transparency, and accountability under Article 10. Clause 2, paragraphs A and C of the Constitution.
The Attorney General Justin Muturi, appearing before a joint parliamentary committee, has revealed indeed there are loopholes in the housing levy, and now says the laws during its amendment stage should incorporate the counties. Stanley Ligaria, Look Up TV, at the Parliament headquarters in Nairobi.
Crossing over to Nakuru.